Hello, I'm Ryan Hoyt with the Hoyt Design Company, here to continue our tour through the history of architecture and the evolution of architectural styles. In this video, we will learn about the history, evolution, and current trends of the arts and crafts architectural style. The arts and crafts architectural style is a movement that began in the late 19th century as a response to industrialization, emphasizing craftsmanship, natural materials, and the value of handmade art. It represents a significant moment in architectural history, where design became intertwined with social values, expressing both a rejection of mass production and a reverence for craftsmanship and aesthetics. This video outlines the origins of the arts and crafts architectural style, explores its evolution, discusses its impact on architecture, and examines modern interpretations of the movement. Let's start with the origins of the arts and crafts architectural style. The arts and crafts movement began in Britain in the late 19th century, motivated by a reaction against the effects of industrialization. The mechanization of production processes in the Industrial Revolution led to mass-produced goods that were often poorly made, with ornamentation applied superficially. The movement emerged from a desire to restore integrity to craftsmanship and foster a deeper connection between artisans, materials, and the spaces they designed. What are its ideological foundations? The ideological foundations of the arts and crafts movement were laid by John Ruskin and William Morris. Ruskin, an art critic and writer, argued that industrial production alienated workers from their labor, resulting in both aesthetic and social degradation. In his influential work, The Stones of Venice, 1853, Ruskin championed the medieval Gothic style, which he believed reflected honest craftsmanship and meaningful labor. William Morris, a designer, writer, and social reformer, took these ideas further by founding a decorative arts company, Morris, Marshall, Faulkner and Company, which created handcrafted furniture, textiles, and wallpapers. Morris believed that art and design should enrich everyday life and argued that the aesthetic beauty of an object should be inseparable from its utility. What are the main characteristics of arts and crafts architecture? In architecture, the arts and crafts style focused on materials, craftsmanship, and simplicity. Key characteristics included handmade materials such as brick, stone, and timber. Asymmetrical designs that rejected rigid classical forms. Integration with nature, with buildings designed to harmonize with their surroundings. Attention to detail, with bespoke fittings, carvings, and joinery. Honest construction, leaving materials and structural elements exposed. This style sought to blend form and function, with the architecture serving not only aesthetic purposes, but also reflecting social ideals of simplicity and meaningful work. Let's look at the spread and evolution of arts and crafts architecture. The arts and crafts movement quickly gained influence beyond Britain, inspiring architects and designers across Europe and North America. However, as it spread, it took on regional variations while retaining its commitment to craftsmanship and harmony with the environment. Let's narrow in on arts and crafts in Britain and its domestic architecture. In Britain, arts and crafts architecture flourished primarily in domestic settings. Architect Philip Webb was among the first to translate the movement's principles into architecture. His design for the Red House, 1859, built for William Morris, became a defining example of the arts and crafts style. The Red House showcased handcrafted details with asymmetrical plans, local materials, and a picturesque design that blended seamlessly with its garden setting. Another notable example is the work of CFA Voisey, who designed houses with simple forms, pitched roofs, and whitewashed walls. Voisey's homes, such as the Orchard, 1900, reflect the arts and crafts ideal of modesty, individuality, and integration with nature. Let's move on to the movement in the United States, the birth of the craftsman style. The arts and crafts ideals found fertile ground in the United States, where the movement evolved into what became known as the craftsman style. The most prominent proponents of this style were architects Green and Green, who designed homes with exquisite attention to detail, integrating architecture, furniture, and landscape design. The Gamble House, 1908, in Pasadena, California, exemplifies the craftsman aesthetic with its use of natural materials, exposed joinery, and Japanese-inspired detailing. Meanwhile, Gustav Stickley, a designer and publisher, promoted the craftsman style through his magazine, The Craftsman. Stickley's homes featured low-pitched roofs, large porches, built-in furniture, and open floor plans that emphasized simplicity and comfort. Let's zoom out and look at some other regional interpretations in Scandinavia and Japan. The principles of the arts and crafts movement resonated internationally, inspiring architects in Scandinavia and Japan. In Scandinavia, the emphasis on craftsmanship and simplicity merged with traditional folk architecture, resulting in warm, rustic homes built from local materials. In Japan, arts and crafts ideals aligned with the aesthetics of traditional Japanese architecture, influencing the Mingei movement, which celebrated handmade crafts and vernacular design. Now let's review the decline of the movement and its legacy. By the early 20th century, the arts and crafts movement began to decline as modernist ideals gained prominence. Modernists criticized the movement for being nostalgic and overly focused on the past. However, arts and crafts principles continued to influence later architectural developments and movements. What is its influence on modernist architecture? While modernism may seem opposed to arts and crafts ideals, there are overlaps. Both movements emphasized function, rejected unnecessary ornamentation, and sought to create a healthier living environment. Architects like Frank Lloyd Wright were heavily influenced by arts and crafts principles. Wright's prairie-style homes, such as the Roby House, 1909, emphasized horizontal lines, natural materials, and integration with the landscape, echoing arts and crafts ideals. Then there is the revival of arts and crafts in the late 20th century. The values of the arts and crafts movement experienced a resurgence in the late 20th century, particularly as a reaction to the excesses of postmodernism and a growing interest in sustainability. Designers and homeowners sought alternatives to mass-produced goods, favoring handmade furniture and environmentally conscious design. This revival, known as the Neo-Arts and Crafts movement, revived many original principles, including the use of natural materials and the importance of craftsmanship. What are current trends in the revival of arts and crafts architecture? In the 21st century, the arts and crafts tradition remains relevant, inspiring new approaches to design and architecture. Many contemporary architects and designers have adopted its core principles to address modern concerns, such as sustainability, community, and wellness. As we've touched on with other styles, there is a keen awareness towards sustainability and green architecture. The arts and crafts movement's emphasis on local materials and harmony with nature aligns closely with the principles of sustainable architecture. Today, architects prioritize environmentally friendly materials and design buildings to reduce their ecological footprint. Passive house design, which focuses on energy efficiency through natural ventilation and insulation, reflects the arts and crafts ideal of creating comfortable living spaces that respect the environment. Now let's look at modern craftsmanship and the maker movement. The arts and crafts ideal of handmade production has found new life in the maker movement, which celebrates the art of craftsmanship in a digital age. Furniture makers, ceramicists, and architects draw inspiration from the movement's ethos, creating bespoke objects and buildings that reflect care and individuality. A key example is the New Craftsman project in London, which promotes artisan-made products and architectural elements. This initiative highlights how craftsmanship can remain relevant and economically viable in a contemporary context. Moving on, we have neo-arts and crafts architecture in residential design. The popularity of the arts and crafts aesthetic has been particularly evident in residential architecture. Many architects and builders draw inspiration from traditional arts and crafts homes, blending historic elements with modern amenities. Open floor plans, built-in shelving, and exposed beams are frequently used in modern homes, echoing the movement's principles of simplicity and utility. In summary, the arts and crafts architectural style has left a lasting legacy in the world of design and architecture. Its emphasis on craftsmanship, simplicity, and connection to nature continues to resonate in an era increasingly concerned with sustainability and authenticity. Although the movement emerged as a reaction to the industrial age, its principles remain relevant today, inspiring architects and designers to create spaces that prioritize human well-being and environmental harmony. The evolution of the arts and crafts style demonstrates its enduring appeal. As the challenges of mass production, environmental degradation, and disconnection from nature persist, the arts and crafts ethos offers valuable lessons for building a more sustainable and meaningful future. I'm Ryan Hoyt with the Hoyt Design Company. We are custom home designers located in Victoria, BC, Canada. Our team is extremely diverse in our style, and we enjoy learning about and exploring architecture in many styles. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of the arts and crafts architectural style. Visit our channel as we explore many other architectural styles in subsequent videos. If you're looking for a designer for your next project, please reach out to our team. Visit us on the web at hoyt.co. Thanks for watching.